Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Lynn's secret is about to destroy several lives and families on General Hospital, and what sick game is Sidwell playing now? The truth about Dante and Lynn's child is almost out on General Hospital, and if Lulu has her way, everyone will find out about it next week. Charlotte appears to be returning home, Drew's behavior continues to deteriorate, and Sidwell sets his sights on Alexis. But why? Lynn's baby bombshell. After months of dragging Lynn's baby secret out, and every watcher under the sun figuring out that child is Gio, it appears that the entire truth is soon to be revealed. And all thanks to Lulu. She looked for information concerning Charlotte in Martin's hotel room, only to discover the truth about Lynn and Dante's child. Hey, Martin, have you heard of a briefcase that locks? Seriously, any maid may locate your client's confidential notes. The writers keep dumbing down Cody, and this week they had him confirm everything Lulu learned about Lynn. Seriously? As if Lynn would truly open her guts to Lulu. Cowboy, slow down with the beers. Carly suddenly provided Lulu some really sensible advice, reminding her of her own teen pregnancy and how they had all done things as mothers to safeguard their children. Carly connecting Lynn's actions to Bobby's decision was a wonderful touch, as was Carly's statement that she was not going to criticize or make Lynn's position any more difficult than it already was. Unfortunately, Lulu couldn't do that and chastised Lynn for daring to keep this secret from Dante. I was starting to warm up to Lulu until she did this. Lynn had to learn that she had a son from Lulu, of all people, and as she sat there astonished, Lulu accused her of acting emotional. Maybe someone should hit Lulu on the head and put her back in her coma. At this point, it doesn't matter whether Lulu tells Dante the truth or pushes Lynn to do so, the consequences will be devastating either way. Lulu has put the fuse to a bomb that will destroy so many lives, and she is unaware of it. I just hope Chase, Dante, Tracy, and others can understand and support Lynn, and that Lulu experiences some of the consequences of the explosion she's causing. I also want to witness Maxie confront Lulu when she discovers what her one bestie done to her other bestie. Other storyline pondering Sidwell's proposition to Sasha makes no sense. What should she do? Go to the dissection meeting and say, "So, yeah, guys, Sidwell kidnapped me and nearly blew me up along with the warehouse. But, you know, he was really angry at my mother, and it turns out he's a really wonderful guy. So, yeah, I think you should give him a chance." So, how did Sidwell obtain Helena's dagger, which should be at the bottom of the harbor, and why was he so determined to get Alexis prints on it? This appeared out of nowhere. A few weeks ago, when Sidwell expressed an interest in Winmere and Lucy recalled Laura's relationship with the Cassadines, I wondered, could Sidwell be a Cassadine? Natalia also suspected Sidwell had come to town to pursue Sunny, but he denied having any interest in the mafia. Even Jason does not believe Sidwell blew up Sunny's penthouse, which raises the question of who did. View the suspects here. So, might Alexis be the reason he's in Port Charles? Is it possible that Sidwell is Helena's brother? Another text message from Charlotte to Rocco has dispatched Jason and Anna after the little girl in Europe, but Brennan's men are also on their way due to a kill order on Valentine. Based on Monday's teaser, when Valentine told Charlotte it was time to say goodbye, I believe he sent the text to direct Anna and Jason to the small girl, ensuring she was safe and returned home with her mother. Last week, I predicted that Drew was digging his own grave and that someone in Port Charles would eventually shoot him. He didn't get many points this week. Maybe with Liz and Kai, given his pediatric sports program. But, owing to Brad and Selena, he's now blackmailing Portia, who is yet another person who would like to see Drew disappear. Carly and Nina, who have been plotting to get Drew out of Willow's life, also agree that Drew needs to leave. Finally, Lucas and Brad were done before they ever started, which I'm fine with. I just wish so much screen time hadn't been spent with Brad blackmailing Portia during the Miami vacation. When they return to Port Charles, Brad should start looking for a new career, because I don't think Lucas or Portia would want him at the hospital. I suppose he could wind up working for Selena after all. Who shot DQ? Is General Hospital planning a Drew whodunit? Then again, who wouldn't want to kill Drew? Drew Quartermain has been the most loathed person in Port Charles, despite the fact that the city has been home to Helena Cassadine, Cyrus Renault, and Sidwell. As Drew's list of foes increases, might General Hospital be preparing for a classic whodunit? Drew has been loathed in Port Charles for months, ever since it was revealed that he had an affair with his nephew's wife, Willow. Since then, he's not only been obsessed with her, showing up when he wasn't welcome and subsequently purchasing a property under the expectation she'd be moving in with her children, but he's also wreaked havoc on some former acquaintances. Using both his Quartermain and congressman credentials, he's betrayed not only the Qs but also Curtis, and now he has Portia's career as leverage against them. All that said, unless he turns out to be Shiloh. Who would be main suspects if Drew turned up dead? Portia. Although implausible, Portia may be the #1 suspect in a Drew murder after telling Ava that her career was jeopardized as long as Drew was alive. He has proof that she tampered with Heather's test results, but she has a fighter's attitude and will do anything to protect herself. Tracy murder may be too dirty for the likes of Tracy, but she's been the brain behind many plots in her time. She nearly killed her own father by withholding his medication. She despises Drew and believes he has tainted her family name. And kicking him out of the mansion may not be enough for her. Nina and Carly. Nothing would be more entertaining than watching two rivals cover up a murder for the man they both despise. The Young and the Restless did it when Nikki, Victoria, and Sharon killed JT, and Days of Our Lives did it when Sammy, Kate, and Gabby killed Nick. Might GH be the next to form a murderous dream team to cover up Drew's death? Michael is in the hospital recovering from burns, but that won't stop him from exacting revenge on the man who stole his wife. In addition, the distance between Port Charles and Germany works in his favor. Who do you think would be the main suspect if Drew was murdered? Please let us know in the comments. General Hospital's next 2 weeks, Carly blasts Drew, Nina's flirty encounter, and Brennan's second chance. General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, March 10th to March 21st, predict that Carly Spencer will blast Drew Quartermain while Nina Reeves enjoys a flirty meeting. Plus, Jack Brennan may get a second chance, so here's what GH viewers should expect. Valentine Cassadine will bid farewell to Charlotte Cassadine in Buenos Aires from March 10th to 14th, as he believes his luck is running out. Anna Devane and Jason Morgan will be hot on Valentine's trail, but their plan may encounter some difficulties. The WSB will also be closing in on Valentine, but will he be able to escape? Regardless, Jason and Brennan will do everything they can to get Charlotte back to Port Charles. Meanwhile, it appears like Lulu Spencer will not back down from the ultimatum she issued to Brook Lynn Quartermain, thus Dante Falconeri will find out about his second son in some way. Dante will confide in Harrison Chase in the aftermath, so Chase may also have a lot to process. Chase is unaware that Dante is the father of the child Brook Lynn gave up for adoption, but he expects to learn more shortly. Tracy Quartermain will likely call the cops on Drew and Martin Gray. Someone will be arrested, but will it be Drew, or can he turn this around on Tracy and have her arrested instead? Drew will have to face Carly Spencer's wrath later, regardless of how things turn out. Carly will scold Drew for inviting Willow Corinthos to move in while Michael Corinthos is still healing. Willow will come to Drew's rescue and continue to believe that he is a fine man who is being treated unfairly by PC. Drew is harboring some terrible secrets, so Willow is in for a big awakening down the line. Until then, Portia Robinson will make a plea to Curtis Ashford before concealing her identity. Portia may feel compelled to comply with Drew's extortion demands since Rick Lansing will deliver some horrible news. Over with Lucas Jones, he'll meet someone interesting. We know Lucas is going to hit it up with an attractive stranger soon, so this may be his new love interest now that Brad Cooper botched their reunion. On March 12th at Crimson, Nina will flirt with Jeffrey Beckett, a nature journalist. Jeffrey will appear in Crimson's new nature and travel series, so Nina will have the opportunity to turn on the charm with him. When Ava Jerome arrives to ask Nina for a favor, she will also speak with Jeffrey, so expect some entertaining sequences with this exceptional guest actor. Other GH spoilers suggest that Elizabeth Baldwin and Lucky Spencer's feelings for one other will grow stronger. Lucky may be strong enough to hit the sheets after his recovery, but will Liz be drawn to the bedroom with him? Whatever the case, Liz and Lucky's strategy will be ruined, so Aiden Weber may appear and interrupt them. Back with Carly, she will reconsider her sentiments and may be persuaded to give Jack Brennan another chance. Will Brennan woo Carly and persuade her to restart their relationship? Trina Robinson will receive a special birthday present, which will most likely come from Kai Taylor. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Christina Corinthos Davis will seek answers. Sonny Corinthos may suffer a medical episode in front of Christina, as he is about to confess something. While Sonny may come upfront about his heart difficulties, Lois Cerullo will be concerned about Martin's case notes leaking. Martin may persuade Lois that he never mentioned Giovanni Gio Palmieri's name in those notes, but Lois will remain concerned. During the week of March 17 to 21st, Brook, Lynn and Dante may question Lois about the adoption. It may force Lois into a difficult decision, but she will keep Joe's parentage a secret for as long as possible. Of course, we should discuss about Jens Sidwell and whatever he is planning. Sidwell appears to have a catastrophic plan in mind, which entails using the dagger on someone and framing Alexis Davis for the crime. Sidwell may move forward with his framework in the following weeks, so we'll keep you updated on all of Alexis' troubles. Kelly Thibault, a General Hospital alum, pokes fun at her sad single life. General Hospital spoilers claim that Kelly Thibault recently used her acting skills to make an amusing video of her sad single life. Of course, some fans are still hoping Kelly would return to the program, especially now that Steve Burton has returned as Jason Morgan. Kelly Thibault has kept fans informed. Thibault has kept fans informed about her work and personal life via her social media profiles since leaving the program in 2023. Thibault revived the Christmas photo card tradition in December 2024. The actress recently uploaded a humorous video describing how her life has altered after quitting the program. Thibault shared the single one with a video that appears to show her just getting out of the shower and getting dressed for a night out. Kelly appears to have called several people in an unsuccessful attempt to find someone to accompany her on a night out. "Hey, babe. How are things going?" Kelly began, adding, "Yeah, anyway, listen, I was just thinking spring break is approaching, and I was like, I am single, ready to mingle. We need to get to South Beach. Are you down?" She continues, "Oh, okay, you're going to Hawaii with all your mom pals." "Yes, I love Hawaii." "Sure, we'll do something later." "Okay, bye." Kelly Thibault didn't sound too lonely. Kelly's next conversation ended similarly, with a discussion about Las Vegas clubs and dancing all night. However, she was rejected once more with, "You're pregnant, I keep forgetting that. That's probably not going to be pleasant for you." "Yeah, we'll do it another time." Kelly then calls the next friend. "Hey, I was just thinking, I haven't asked anyone else but you because you're my number one. We have so much fun together, and spring break is coming up. And I'm so single, and I truly want to socialize and meet a man. And, yes, you understand." She invited this friend to Italy before pausing and replying, "Oh, you and your spouse are going on a romantic trip. That sounds like a lot of fun." She ended with, Sure, don't worry about it, Italy will always be there." Kelly's act was so funny that no one could stop laughing. Kelly may be single, but she hasn't lost anything in the acting area. Kelly and her sense of humor would make an excellent addition to GH if the writers choose to bring Britt back. Fans can only hope that they do. The gentle glow of the early sun streamed through Willow's apartment curtains, leaving golden streaks on the wooden floor. She sat curled up on the couch, nursing a cup of tea while her mind raced in a million different directions. Life had taken unexpected turns, and now another potential transition loomed on the horizon, one she wasn't sure she was prepared for. Just a few days ago, she politely but firmly declined Drew's offer to move in together. She didn't ignore him, she did. But things were moving too quickly, and she questioned if this was really what she wanted or if she was just fooling herself that it was the natural next step. After all, they'd both experienced loss, heartache, and betrayal. Perhaps they were attempting to heal each other. Drew, on the other hand, appeared unconcerned about her uncertainty. He had stared at her with that arrogant, knowing expression, as if he was certain she would eventually come around. "I'm not giving up on us, Willow," he informed her, his voice filled with the unyielding drive that made him such a force in all he did. She nodded and smiled, but uncertainty gnawed at her. And now she was starting to wonder whether there was an even bigger issue on the way, one neither of them had anticipated. Something felt strange. She'd been waking up with an unnerving wave of nausea for the past few mornings, which she couldn't understand. At first, she dismissed it as stress. With work, Michael's trial, and the complicated dynamics of her relationship with Drew, she had plenty on her plate. But the feeling persisted, and there was fatigue, a sudden aversion to coffee, and a nagging feeling in her gut that something was wrong. It wasn't until she had a conversation with Nina that she truly considered the possibility. She had stopped by Nina's office at Crimson earlier that day, intending to drop off some paperwork and talk briefly. But as soon as she stepped inside, Nina gave her a knowing look that caused Willow to shift uncomfortably. "You look different," Nina said, her tone light but observant. "A little pale, perhaps. Do you feel okay?" Willow paused before faking a modest smile. "Just weary, I suppose. It's been a lot recently." Nina nodded, but her gaze was sharp and assessing. "Drew came to see me the other day. He was discussing his future with you, about starting a family together." She paused and tilted her head slightly. "It got me thinking, maybe you're already on that path." Nina's voice sent a shudder through Willow. "What do you mean?" "I mean," Nina said, her lips curling into a half-smile, "maybe you and Drew are already having a baby." Willow's heart skipped a beat. The words resonated in her thoughts, louder than they should have. She laughed it off, shaking her head. "That's not happening." But as she left Crimson and made her way back home, she couldn't stop thinking about it. Could Nina be right? Was it possible? She didn't want to overreact, but as the signs heaped up in her thoughts, the possibility grew harder to ignore. And if it was true, if she really was pregnant, what did that signify for her relationship with Drew? Even the notion of it made her stomach twist. Because there was something else. Something that altered everything. Drew slept with Nina. Willow had refused to believe it at first. She had trusted him, allowed herself to believe that what they were creating was genuine and substantial. But the truth had a way of coming out, and when she found out, it felt like a hit in the belly. She'd challenged him, of course. She had sought an explanation, which Drew, to his credit, had not disputed. He had looked her in the eyes and told her the truth. It had happened, it was a mistake, and he regretted it. "I wasn't thinking clearly, Willow," he said, desperation creeping into his voice. "It meant nothing. You're the one I want, but the damage was already done. And now, the possibility that she is carrying his child complicates everything." She laid her cup down on the table and exhaled shakily. There was only one way to know for certain. Willow found herself standing in the restroom an hour later, staring at the exam she was holding. She waited for what seemed like an eternity, her heart pounding against her ribs. She persuaded herself that she could handle whatever happened. She had gone through worse. She had endured grief, loss, and betrayal. She is also capable of surviving this. But as the results were revealed, everything inside her transformed. Positive. She was pregnant. The room appeared to swirl around her, so she grasped the sink's edge to keep herself steady. A flood of emotions washed over her, shock, terror, and uncertainty. What was she planning to do? Meanwhile, at Aurora Media, Drew sat in his office, running his hand through his hair and replaying his chat with Nina in his head. "You're competing with Jason," Nina said, her voice tinged with laughter. "Whether you admit it or not." He sneered at the notion, but her words stayed. Jason was stepping up for Sasha, acting as father to her child. And perhaps, just maybe, Drew wanted to show that he could do the same with Willow. But it wasn't about Jason. This was about what he and Willow owned, what they were building. And now she might be pregnant. The concept struck him immediately, causing a jolt through his system. Would that affect things? Will it mend what was shattered between them? Or would it just make things more complicated? That evening, Willow sat in her apartment, the pregnancy test still on the counter beside her. She considered calling Drew right away, but something stopped her. She required time to process. To understand what this meant for her and for them. But time had a way of compelling people to make decisions, and when she heard a pounding on the door, she knew her time was up. She took a deep breath and opened the door to see Drew standing there with an unclear expression. "Hey," he murmured softly. She gulped hard. "Hey." For a minute, they merely stared at each other, the weight of unspoken words hanging between them. Finally, Willow took a deep breath and moved away. "We need to talk," she said. Drew nodded and stepped inside. "Yeah," he confirmed. "We do." With that, everything changed. A reality celebrity wins a guest spot, and leading ladies return to soap operas. Here are the most recent casting changes for all 5 daytime dramas: Beyond the Gates, The Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, and The Young and the Restless. The week of March 10, 2025. Find out if any of your favorite actors and actresses are returning to the shows you watch, if any newcomers have been cast in contract, recurring, or day player roles, or if any prominent performers are leaving. A Golden Bachelorette star is set to join General Hospital. Guy Gansert, the retired ER doctor who finished second to Chalk Chapel on Joan Vasso's season of the ABC reality series, is expected to play Jeffrey Beckett, a wildlife writer. He will be in Port Charles on Wednesday, March 12, in scenes with Cynthia Watro's Nina and Maura West Sava. Bryce Dupree has landed the part of Vaughn, the WSB agent who will train Jocelyn. The actor, who made his debut last Friday, has appeared in numerous films, including Last Man Standing, Aquarius, Yellowstone, and Hacks. Braden Brunner gets greater screen time as Emma Drake. She appears in scenes alongside Giovanni Mazza's Gio on Tuesday, March 11. Days of Our Lives. Emily O'Brien returns as Teresa Donovan following a 7-month absence. On Monday, March 10, she shares family moments with Brady, played by Eric Martsolf, and Tate, played by Leo Howard. O'Brien's last appearance as Teresa came in August 2024, when her character was sentenced to Statesville prison for tampering with Victor's will. Tina Huang returns as Melinda Trask on Monday, March 10. The former Salem district attorney interacts with Ashley Puzimas-Hawley and Peyton Myers-Doug. Rose Gentle reprises her role as the psychologically ill Rachel Blake. On Monday, March 10, the Lady in White will have scenes with her previous hostage, Ava, played by Tamara Braun. Rachel Boyd returns as Sophia Choi. On Friday, March 14, the pregnant youngster will appear opposite Tate, played by Leo Howard. The Young and the Restless. Good news for lovers of the YNR Abbott family, especially the female members. 2 famous ones have resurfaced. Beth Maitland returns as Tracy Abbott on Wednesday, March 12. Expect the character to reveal startling news to her brother, Jack. Tracy will most likely be accompanied by her on-screen love. Christopher Cousins reprises his role as Dr. Alan Moran. Melissa Ordway, who became a recurrent character in 2024, is set to return as Abby Newman Winter. Ordway announced on Instagram that she would be returning to Genoa City shortly for a couple of episodes with the Newman and Winters clans. Hopefully, she will be able to interact with her Abbott side of the family. Connor Floyd will get more screen as Chance Chancellor as the inquiry into Phyllis and Sharon's abduction progresses. The Genoa City Cop appears on Monday, March 11, Wednesday, March 12, and Friday, March 14, in scenes alongside Amelia Heinley's Victoria, Joshua Morrow's Nick, Jason Thompson's Billy, Michael Graziadei's Daniel, and Allison Lanier's Summer. Ashley Jones returns to the B&B studio to film scenes as Brook and Eric's daughter, Dr. Bridget Forrester. The actress posted a selfie of herself in the soap's hair and makeup area to Instagram. Jones made her final appearance in December, returning for the Forrester family's Christmas celebration. She was also nominated for a Daytime Emmy in the Guest Performer category for her efforts on the series in 2024. This week sees the return of a top cop. Dan Martin returns as Deputy Chief Baker on Thursday, March 13, and Friday, March 14. Expect Jacqueline McInnes Wood's Stuffy to summon Baker to deal with the Luna crisis. On Tuesday, March 11, Joel Turner guest stars as Linda on Beyond the Gates. The character is Jacob's new partner. Tragic details about Amanda Sutton from General Hospital. Sometimes you think you know everything there is to know about your favorite daytime television stars, only to discover there is still so much more to learn about them. Tragic details about General Hospital's Amanda Sutton. This time, we're talking about General Hospital actress Amanda Sutton, best known for her role as Brook Lynn Quartermain on the popular ABC soap. The actress has made headlines for reasons other than her character's actions in front of the camera. While Amanda dislikes discussing her personal life, some people cannot help but wonder why she does the things he does. For example, in 2024, for whatever reason, the brunette beauty declined to expose any skin at the Oscars. Amanda and her husband, a music producer, attended the Oscars on Sunday night and shared a photo on social media. Amanda Setton wore an extremely conservative black outfit that covered her arms and legs, similar to the manner she frequently wears on the show. Clearly, this is her most comfortable style. Amanda's personal beliefs on the set of GH. If that wasn't enough, it was said that Amanda Setton and Josh Swickard did not want to film any love scenes together. It was supposed that Amanda did not want to show any skin in front of the cameras due to personal convictions. However, the rumors were never confirmed. Amanda said in 2022 that her character would be returning to Port Charles. She told Soap Opera Digest that the mother narrative has drastically transformed Brook Lynn. I believe she is now perceived differently by others, and she has gained a new perspective on herself. It's softened her. The actress continued, I think as a result, Olivia has come to see Brook Lynn as this maternal figure, in a light I don't think she ever expected, and I think Brook Lynn and her father are so close, and seeing him so happy with her and knowing that they're in a good place genuinely brings Brook Lynn so much joy and peace. But Brook Lynn is still a Spitfire. She's still feisty. New love interest for Nina on General Hospital? Give me one more chance. General Hospital could be preparing for a prospective romantic plotline for Nina with the ideal crossover. Port Charles gets a taste of Bachelor Nation. Guy Gansert, a Golden Bachelorette contestant, was the runner-up in his attempt to capture Joan Vasso's heart, but now he must romance Nina into accepting his rose. In the Wednesday, March 12th episode, he plays Jeffrey Beckett, a passionate wildlife photographer who draws the attention of the Crimson editor-in-chief. His profession, and his good looks, appear to pique Nina's interest, as she said in a sneak preview clip on People, if I may say, for a man of the wild, you clean up very nicely. She swooned over the sharp-dressed man, who appeared similarly captivated in the scenario. Gansert, a fan of General Hospital since college, thinks this will happen. The former ER doctor believes Jeffrey can bring some animals to Nina if the show invites him back. Before I went on the show, I was content just to have one chance to see what it's like behind the scenes. Now, I had so much fun, and I feel like I could take my comfort in front of a camera to a more relaxed and wonderful level, Gansert said in an interview with the media outlet. Just give me one more chance. General Hospital might be open to the possibility, and they aren't shying away from it, as evidenced by their Instagram account. We've never seen so many roses at Port Charles. Don't miss Rose at Gigansert's guest appearance on #General Hospital next week. The caption teased, Yellow Heart at Watrose at Golden Bachelor #GH #The Golden Bachelorette. Watrose and Gansert were also open to participating in the Golden Bachelorette crossover. Watrose, in character as Nina, toyed with a rose, pulling petals and sadly uttering, he loves me not, if only I had someone to give this to. Don't worry, Nina, there's a reality star eager to accept your rose. I'm here to see Nina Reeves, Jeffrey explained as he stood in the doorway of her office. She replied seductively, toying with the rose, I'm Nina Reeves. She then looked at the camera and meowed with approval. Nina appears to be gearing up for the most dramatic season yet, as Jeffrey takes her on a voyage of a lifetime, or, at least, an episode. Guy Gansert from the Golden Bachelorette is set to make a guest appearance on General Hospital. According to General Hospital spoilers, an exciting guest star will appear in Port Charles between March 10th and 14th. Guy Gansert, a former Golden Bachelorette participant, is set to appear on the show on Wednesday, March 12th. Guy Gansert Hospital Experience. As viewers of the ABC reality show know, Gansert has nearly 4 decades of experience as an ER doctor in real life, so he'll fit right in with the daily drama. Gansert told People.com that he used to watch the soap opera in college and went on to say, even though I was ecstatic over being a cast member on The Golden Bachelorette, this was an exciting opportunity to actually act and be a part of an iconic show. He also noted, this is all happening after deciding to hang up my stethoscope and retire after 35 years. What can fans expect from Gansert's GH episode? More information on Guy Gansert's role. One may expect Gansert to portray a doctor, nurse, or perhaps an eligible bachelor, but he's set to play Jeffrey, a wildlife journalist. General Hospital viewers may expect to see him in scenes with Nina Reeves, played by Cynthia Watrose. Crimson appears to be doing a piece on Jeffrey, but given Nina's single status, would there be a romantic link between the two? Could this be the start of a plot and a longer run for Gansert on the soap? Only time will tell. Gansert was on the inaugural season of ABC's The Golden Bachelorette. In terms of earning Joan Vasso's heart, he came in second place. The retired doctor's biography on the network's website describes him as a confident, charismatic, and amorous man. It also mentions that he enjoys spending time with his 4 children and grandchildren. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.